Okay, confession time. So, a month ago, I was this close to burning out on editing. I had client videos on my own channels, I had shorts, explainers, and I was drowning in timelines, right? So then I tried this AI video tool called Medio. And I'm not kidding. I went from, ooh, another edit, to wait, I can just talk to this thing and it builds the video for me. Wow. Medio is basically an all-format conversational AI video creation tool that lets you go from idea to finished video by literally chatting with it. No crazy timelines, no prompt black magic, no 10 million plugins. Just you, your idea, and a chat box. Today, I want to show you how I've actually been using it in my workflow, walk you through a few real projects I built with it, and why I'm comfortable recommending it to you. If you watch my channel, you know I test a lot of AI tools. Now, most of them are fun for one video, and then I quietly never open them. Medio is one of the very few that actually stuck in my day-to-day. In the last few weeks, I've used it to build a spec ad for a skincare brand, to make a science explainer I've wanted to do for ages, and experiment with a super artsy anime style short film. So this isn't going to be a dry feature rundown. This is literally, here's how I use it, here's what worked, and here's why I kept opening. Awesome, let's get started. So what does Media feel like to use? Honestly, it feels like opening an editor and more like briefing a really small video editor friend. You open a project and instead of immediately fighting a blank timeline, you get this chat interface. You just tell it in normal language what the video is about, as well how long you want it, what vibe you are going for, and Medio takes that and turns it into a script, a shot plan, visuals from stock, AI or your own uploads, and an actual editable timeline. And here's the important bit from my experience. Now, you are never locked in. At any point, you can say things like, make the pacing punchier, swap this clip for something more cinematic, right? Go back to the previous version, and it just does it. I mean, it's the first AI video tool I've used where I feel like I stay in control, full control, but I don't have to do all the groundwork, right? So that's why I really like Medio. Let me show you how I use it for a brand style ad. I wanted to make a little spec spot for a body lotion brand, something in the Dove vibe, right? Warm, soft, confidence, and everyday beauty energy, right? Normally, that would be a full afternoon of hunting stock, syncing transitions, and tweaking text. But with Medio, I did this. I opened a new project and said the following: create a 35-second brand film for a body lotion called Dove Body Lotion, right? With the theme freedom, confidence, and joy life. Show real women in everyday moments, commuting, at the beach, dancing at home maybe. Use natural light, warm colors, and smooth transition on the beat of an upbeat pop track. Include as well close-up of moisturized skin and a final hero product shot with the slogan. Medio turned that into a script, a scene beats, a timeline full of matching shots and transitions, all synced to music. And here's the part that sold me. The first version was nice, but felt a little too TV commercial, right? So not enough short form energy. So I hit the mic icon and literally said the following: Yo Medio, make this feel like a TikTok ad. Faster cuts, bigger caption, and more scroll stopping moments. It recut the whole thing into a snappier, social-friendly edit without me touching the timeline. Now, I like that version. but also, but I also wanted a more cinematic cut for YouTube, right? So I asked the following. Okay, Medio, give me another version that's more cinematic. Longer shots, softer transition, and a calmer intro. Now, I had two versions of the same ad. One punchy for social, one smooth and cinematic. All from me, just talking, right? That's the kind of thing that would usually cost at least a couple of hours, right? This is the reason I really recommend Medio. Just give it a try, right?
There's a quiet confidence in taking care of yourself. Dove body lotion. Soft, nourishing, real.
So next up, an educational explainer I wanted to do forever. The topic was, what would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning for 5 seconds? A great idea, right? But to do it properly, I need custom graphics, Earth animations, tsunami visuals, aka a lot of work, right? But in Medio, I created a new project and said the following. Make me a 90 seconds educational animation titled, what would happen if the Earth stopped spinning for 5 seconds, right? Show how the air keeps moving and creates insane winds, how the oceans surge away from the equator and cause global tsunamis, and why the poles would be slightly safer. As well, use simple labels, clean diagrams, and a calm narrator explaining everything in everyday language. Now, Medio did a few things automatically. It wrote a full voice script, planned out the scenes, and picked and generated visuals for each point, and even synced it all with a voice and background music. Now, the first draft looked shockingly usable, but the tone was a bit too documentary trailer, right? And I wanted more accessible. So I went in with a super casual voice command, and I said the following. Medio, chill this out. Explain it like I'm 12. Let's do more fun science, right? Now, it simplified the script, brightened the visual, and swapped the music to something lighter. Later, when I watched it back, I decided the disaster visuals could actually go a bit harder, right? So I said the following. Okay, now spice up the disaster shots, give him more dramatic waves and city shots, but keep the narration friendly. And again, it adjusted just those parts without nuking the whole project, right? For me as a creator, this is a big win. I spent my time deciding what I wanted to say and how it should feel, instead of wrestling with keyframes. I really like Medio.
Hey, ever wonder what would happen if Earth just stopped spinning for 5 seconds? It's a crazy thought experiment that teaches us some awesome physics. Let's find out. So here's the cool part. The air wouldn't stop with the ground.
The third thing I tried was a total passion project, right? A short anime-style fantasy piece. Now, I've always loved those Makoto Shinkai-style emotional shorts, but actually producing anything like that as a solo creator is, well, pretty unrealistic, let's face it. But with Medio, I tried this idea. An 8-year-old boy slowly realizing there's a whole universe inside him. So I opened a new project and said the following. Create a 40 seconds fantasy anime short. The main character is an 8-year-old boy in his bedroom at night. Start with an extreme close-up of his eye that turns into a purple-blue nebula. Show objects in his room morphing into galaxies and stars, then cut to him sitting alone on a rooftop under a dark, starless sky. His freckles slowly light up into constellations, and an aura spreads across the sky, and we end by zooming back into his eye to reveal a universe inside him, right? And I also added the following. keep his character design consistent using image to image, and go for deep blue and purple tones with magical particles in an emotional orchestral track, right? Medio built the whole sequence for me, as you can see, scene by scene with consistent character and a timeline. I could still tweak the first version, very beautiful, but a bit too sad at the end. So while watching the preview, I had to make and said the following. Medio made the ending 30% more hopeful, warmer colors, softer music, and hold a bit longer on his smile. It regenerated just the last section with warmer tones and a more uplifting feel. Then I tried one more human command, right? And give me a full anime trailer version, faster cuts, a few close-up reaction shots, and a more drama in the music, right? And it turned my quiet little short into something that genuinely felt like a teaser for a bigger story. Is it replacing a full animation studio? Of course not. But as a solo creator, it let me explore a style I never thought I'd touch on my own. That's another reason I like Medio, and I highly recommend it. Just give it a try, right? You have nothing to lose. So that's how I've actually been using Medio for the last couple of weeks, and here's why I feel okay recommending it. Number one, it actually understands me. Now, I don't have to talk in AI language. I brief Medio the same way I would brief a human editor, and it figured out prompts and shots choices behind the scenes. Number two, it does the boring work. Scripting, pacing, transitions, matching visuals to lines of narration. That's the stuff that eats my time. I don't like that. But Medio handles that. And it still gives me a project file I can tweak if I want to. Number three, it's fast to iterate. You saw it in all the free examples. I'm constantly saying things like, make this more TikTok, explain it like I'm 12, make the ending more hopeful. Those are the kinds of messy human notes I give myself in my head anyway. With Medio, I can say them out loud and it actually responds in a useful way. And honestly, out of all the AI video tools I've tried, this is the first one that feels like it could be not the first tool you try, but the last video creation tool you actually need. Really, give it a try. You will see I'm right on this one. So yeah, if you want to try this yourself, here's what I would do. Step number one, open your browser and go to medio.app. Link in the description, by the way. Step number two, create an account and start a new project. Now, new users can get around 1 month of Medio Pro for free, so you actually have enough credits to build a few real videos and not just a 10-second test. My recommendation, don't just make a random theme. Pick one video you actually need. Maybe you need a brand spot, or maybe you need a channel explainer, a course lesson, why not? Or a story you've been putting off because the production felt too big or too costly. Just paste or speak your idea into Medio, let it build the first version, and then talk to it like you saw me doing it, nothing else. Medio, make this punchier, Medio more cinematic, Medio simplify this for beginners, right? Treat it like a collaborator, not a magic button, right? So yeah, as someone who lives in timelines way more than is healthy, Medio has gone from interesting AI toy to, okay, this is actually my production stack now. So yeah, as someone who lives in timelines way more than is healthy, Medio has gone from interesting AI toy to, okay, this is actually in my production stack now. You can chat your way to a great video, you keep creative control, and you skip a huge chunk of painful, repetitive work. Now, if you try it, tag your videos with something like hashtag Medio or hashtag AI video, so I can find them and see what you end up making. The link is down in the description, medio.app. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in my next AI recommendation. And don't forget, if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. As usual, it's my pleasure to replay for you guys. See you on my next AI recommendation, like I said. Bye-bye.